picture when you think about high school? High school is a time of transition from adolescence to adulthood. It's a time of forging new friendships, enjoying new moments of fun, and experiencing new things. So you might be picturing the crowded hallways or even fun moments with friends. But if you're a student at a competitive high school like Lambert, there's probably one more thing looming in the back of your mind. And that's the academic pressures and the expectation to excel. The current education system doesn't encourage kids to work on what they want, but rather it encourages students to focus on building a resume as long as possible and taking as many rigorous classes as possible to the point where it's impossible to find time to do other things. And now, it's often not the schools, but rather the cultures that they propagate. Students' lives become overwhelmed, and we shouldn't compete against our peers in what seems like a zero-sum game, but rather we should work with them, and we should learn from them. A lot of people have interesting ideas that they want to work on, but not a lot of people have the time or go out of their way to make time for their ideas. In today's world, we often associate the grind or working hard towards something we're passionate about with long, hard, gruesome hours of work that require discipline and sacrifice in other areas of life. And you obviously have to put in the effort and the time when you're working on something you care about, but it shouldn't have to be an isolating process. What if there was a place where students want to work on their ideas, can? A place where students want to build something, can get on the grind together, motivating and propelling each other to go through with their ideas away from the pressure of academics. Well, I was kind of stuck when I was writing a speech because I felt that a place like this should exist, but it didn't. So I went to my friend and we decided to start it. That's because the world isn't a zero-sum game. One person's success does not necessitate another's failure. There's not a finite amount of success in the world that everyone is fighting for, but rather there's an infinite potential for value that anyone can create. Success is not like a pie that everyone is fighting for a smaller and smaller slice, but rather the world is more like a bakery where everyone has the utensils and tools to create a new pie and new value for themselves, with extra to share with others. As the billionaire co-founder of PayPal and successful investor said about the economy of businesses in his book, 0 to 1, Peter Thiel said that creating new value means new products that benefit everybody, and sustainable profits for a creator. But competition means no profit for anybody, no meaningful differentiation, and the struggle for survival. The same is true about the educational system we live in today. Students climb and climb through competition until they reach a point where they're stuck competing against a seemingly unlimited number of equally smart students for a limited number of spots on, say, for example, a college's acceptance list. You don't have to put yourself through the competition of who can build up the longest, most hollow resume just to end up unhappy and unsatisfied. Rather, focus on your passions and do what you want to do. Focus on creating value, not the competition. And so at Misfits, we're trying to build a supportive community where students can work on their ideas and are incentivized for it. It may sound daunting to try something new and break out of your comfort zone, but just remember that you'll never know if your idea will succeed or not if you don't build it.